Hello, my fellow readers. It is I, Dark Symphony. Let me fix this. Yep, there we go. Hello, everyone. It is I, Dark Symphony 777, with another fan fiction review. As always, a link to the story will be in the description below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on that bell for notifications, leave a comment in the comment section below on your thoughts on the story. And finally, this is my opinion. My opinion is not indicative of everyone in the world, so please respect that. Oh boy. So this story, Naked Pit by Woody K. Kill me. It's a Kid Icarus fan fiction. This one's gonna be short. It's gonna be a short one, everyone. So what's this story about? It's fetish fuel. It's purposely written fetish fuel. So what's this story about plot wise? Palutena decides to play a prank on Pitt by stealing all his clothes and letting him run around naked. Pitt decides to embrace the nudity and convinces Palutena to start going into the nude everywhere. And then they drag Pandora, Verity, and Phosphor into it. Then they drag Pandora and Dark Pit into it. And then they all just start having sex every single chapter for 200 chapters. Is there much to a plot besides that? No! Because this whole story is meant to be read like one of those cheesy, badly acted pornographic films you see a probably like Pornhub under browsers or something like that, or God forbid, like I don't know, any other porn company? Burning Angel? No, probably Burning Angel. Digital Playground, I think. They're like the only three I know of, I even heard of. Browsers only because of the meme. But this story is just bad. Okay, so here's the point. I get the point that this story, it's meant to be bad on purpose. Like it's supposed to be very cheesily written and read like you're watching a badly acted porn movie. Like something like I don't know, think of like any porn actress or porn actor. Mia Khalifa, for instance, or Sasha Grey, or Jade Cush or something like that. With all the very, very bad acting it entails. Fine. I can get behind that. I would at least respect that. Here's the problem. There's two problems. There's two problems with the story. One, do you see how long this story is? 414,000 words because it's that close to that. I might as well just use that. Why is it so long? It is so monstrously long. I'm not even going to bother saying anything related to the character development because there's none. I'm going to say nothing about the grammar because I actually didn't see any grammar errors. I'm not going to say anything about the pacing. Well, I'm going to say a little bit about the pacing. But let me finish this. There's no character development. The other thing why this story is not good is related to the pacing and writing. If this story had some kind of diversity, like at least some semblance of stretching the sex scenes between it, I would defend it. If the story was shorter, I would defend it. The problem is this story is 200 chapters, 400,000 plus words, and all the chapters literally have the same wording, the same tone, the same verbiage, the same language. Like once you get like this is like I got to like chapter 75, 80 before my brain just completely turned to mush. And I'm just skipping all the sex scenes. And even without reading the sex scenes, all the parts that don't have sex in it are literally just the same thing, copy paste. There's just a difference of where they are, which of the six characters, Dark Pit, Palutena, Verity, Phosphor, and Pandora, which of these characters are in play, and who's saying what to what, because the author uses the same sentence structure, the same language, the same words to describe everyone, every single chapter. There's only so much where I see Pitt or Palutena. They're literally running down the street. All the parents with kids, shielding their eyes. All the single mother men and women are basically just like bazinga and just lusting after them. They walk up, they say, "Can you give us a show?" They have the sex. Everyone politely claps, and then you move on to the next scene, which repeats the same thing over and 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 over again for 200 chapters. That is obscenely ridiculous. Like, I understand the author wanted to do a fetish bait story. This is basically fetish bait. That's all it is. It's exhibitionist, nudist, voyeurism bait. That's all it is. But there comes a point where you just stretch everything up long and just so long that you just get burned out and tired of it. And you just want to get it. Oh my god, I'm actually getting dizzy from talking about this. And you just want to get it over with and get it done. I wish you never read this. I honestly thought this story was going to be like referencing Greek mythology, because a lot of the Greek gods and goddesses, they're butt naked. Like that's basically it. They're butt naked. There's a lot of wars. If they're not butt naked, then Zeus is doing something with someone. Like over 90% of Greek mythologies start with it. Like Zeus woke up and he was horny. I thought, okay, there's going to be some porn in it, but it's going to be mostly just them doing like literally anything. Like, like they're going to save the day. And the nude, they're going to go grocery shopping. And the nude, they're going to basically give a sermon. And the nude, or marriage certificate. In the nude. Like, consider the fact that, Kid Icarus World is like rift and full of like creative things you can do. Like you go to the underworld and stuff like that, hang out with Pandora. But no, this takes place in the 21st century. Veridi's driving a car. Veridi turns into an activist. What? Everyone's like using cars and going to gyms and all this weird modern day stuff. It's so off-putting and distracts from fact. Oh yeah, and again the sex, and then they keep having sex over and over again in the exact same way, in the exact same tone, in the exact same sentence structure and wording. It's just the same sex scene written 200 times, almost 200 times. It's bad. I'm not recommending the story. I know the story is supposed to, I said this review I promised my friends this review was going to be short. And it is. I'm not recommending the story. The fact that my favorite part of the story is like I finished it. The fact that I managed to get the mental scarcity to finish it. And of course, the final chapter is just basically an orgy. At least that's different. Instead of like, at least it's different enough that it's something. What would I change? If you want to keep the whole purposely bad thing, just get rid of more than half the stories, or more than half the chapters. I get like they're so hard to quantify a story like this because it's supposed to be bad. Like that's the whole charm of it. But it's like what I said with Waluigi and the Master Thief. Is it a good idea? Yes. Is it executed well enough? If anything, if the story is purposely meant to be written like something from Pornhub, yes, it's executed pretty well. Everything's like very cringy and stuff, and it's stilted. Everyone's like out of character. And on that front, fine. You can make the argument. It's done well. Does that make it a good story? No! I'm done. I just want to move on to something else. I want to move on to something else. Please, Vivian, save me.